and bounced the beat. I took the hard way in.
Got Jimmy Garoppolo as he's moved past 3,000 yards. The Hawks under the lights on Thursday night.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down. Week 14 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visit,
that's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on some few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Jimmy going to look to throw it on the first play. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The numbers in last week's bowl game.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
So on. Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And
press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this one's incomplete.
Ever I see this offense try and spread the field a little bit, and especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. A heavy tap fake. They'll look to throw. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put in a long-time partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up pretty well.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the... game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to lead to a positive and making an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. But we have the resources we need right here. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Dorrance Armstrong drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this one hits at the going on there. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. After 7-0. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Walker now on 1st and 10. And this time he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he rifles one incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back to throw now on first down. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to get
going right back to Fant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys
and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics as usual.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. And this one nearly picked off. Surprising to see the fiddle his counter and let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. There we go. To throw is Garoppolo. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Robinson will try to pick it up. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr., 31 yards. And the Commanders are back within a score. Prater for the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots, and here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got Pierce. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. Down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He made a
touchdown. Alec Pierce, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
Let's get some love. They got to walk that walk, baby. This is the coolest, man.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon... Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding.
NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
He's got his man. It's Pierce. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now to the ground, here's Walker.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And Walker once more.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker
with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.